On this episode of Bondi Vet, Chris goes behind bars to help a mother in trouble.
Delivering 11 puppies is a big, big task. It's going to be a long night for her. It's going to be a long night for all of us.
A heat wave has Titch fighting for her life.
I just hope that she pulls through tonight.
Chris operates on a tiger with a serious toothache.
A cracked tooth is always a problem, but when it's attached to a Sumatran Tiger, then what you're facing here is a pretty major challenge.
A mother leads her family into danger.
Going out that side.
This is crazy.
And how do you fix a patient you can't even catch?
You've got no idea. He's in trouble.
I can't run like that.
You make my world a better place.
Yes!
He's walking with me.
I can't depend on you.
I've been an ambassador for Assistance Dogs Australia for years now, and I've just had a call from their CEO, Richard Lord, to tell me that one of their dogs has gone into labour. Now, that's interesting, but what's really fascinating is where she's giving birth right now.
It's 11 p.m. and Chris is heading to a very unusual maternity ward.
Our girl's giving birth in jail.
At the Emu Plains Correctional Centre, Chris is met by the manager of security, Angie West.
So we've had one puppy.
Yep, one puppy.
Yep. There's no doubt this is an extremely strange situation to be let into a prison to deliver a litter of puppies. It's not every day you do that. I'm Chris.
I'm Jodie. How are you going?
How are you?
For 10 years now, Assistance Dogs pups have been raised by inmates in several prisons around Australia. But this is a groundbreaking moment in the program.
When you remember that this is the first time ever assistance dog puppies have been born inside a prison, it's a pretty special night. And for me as an ambassador, it's one that I was never going to miss. This is Brielle.
This is Brielle.
And she's just been panting like this.
Panting, yep.
No straining.
Only pushing the pup out, yep.
Prison inmate Jodie has been Brielle's carer for the past 4 months and delivered the first puppy all on her own.
I knew something was going to happen. She gave me a look of help. Help me, please. I just patted her and let her know that I will be here for her the whole way through.
We've got a puppy just coming out right now. Just let her give her a final push.
Yep.
Okay, and we're away. All right. Let's get this sack open nice and quickly. So we're wriggling, which is good. We're just going to tear that umbilical cord like that. Let Mum do her work. The worry with a small puppy is that even a small amount of blood lost can be pretty significant. I'm just going to tie off the umbilical cord. If you just hold her there.
Yep.
So that's why I go to the clamp straight away and stop that bleeding.
Yep.
X-rays have indicated Brielle is expecting a huge litter of 11 puppies.
The thing that I guess is worrying me right now is the fact that she's going to become exhausted no matter how she approaches this. It's going to be a long night for her. It's going to be a long night for all of us.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, Lisa is under extreme pressure as 4-year-old Titch fights for her life.
It's about 35 degrees today. Titchy's been outside. She's really overweight. She's really hot. She's got heat stroke. Her airways are closing over. She's going blue, which means she's not getting enough oxygen around her body. We're trying to give her some oxygen with a mask, but it's making her panic even more. Okay. No, darling. Once we've got an IV catheter in, we can give her some sedation. She's got a tube in to help her breathe and help her actually get air in there. We'll get some wet towels as well, please. A dog's normal body temperature should be no higher than 39. Hers is 41.8, so her brain is cooking.
At reception, owner Janice and her daughter Lena are desperate for news about their cherished pet.
You can't find Mum without Titch. If Mum goes up, even just to go letterbox, Titch is there carrying her dog bone.
I mean, she follows me everywhere. Yeah. And it's strange just, for her to be here. It's very stressful.
Yeah, I just hope that she pulls through tonight.
Let's put on 100 mils an hour. Her body temperature is so high that it can cause all her organs to shut down. The top priority now is getting her temperature down, but if we drop it too suddenly, then that can cause her to crash as well.
Almost an hour since the last puppy. I just want to feel and see where these puppies are at the moment.
Chris is at the Emu Plains Correctional Centre. He's helping inmate Jody to deliver the first litter of assistance dog puppies ever born inside a prison.
She's still quite big, so we know there's still quite a few puppies in there.
Brielle has already given birth to 2 pups, but there are grave concerns for the remaining 9.
I have a very strong bond with Brielle. These pups are so special and we've had such a big involvement in the whole process. They've become a whole world.
Where's your puppies?
I can feel a puppy engaged in that birth canal, and from there it should be on the fast track, on the escalator going out, but it's just sitting there. The issue I have in that birth canal is it's narrow and it compresses the puppies. If it compresses those puppies for too long, then the blood no longer goes to their brain and you can lose them there. So we might give her an injection and get things moving.
An oxytocin injection should induce stronger contractions.
All right, so we're getting some contractions.
Yep. Oh, look.
Finally, Brielle delivers another puppy.
Here we go again. She might want to...
I don't think Brielle really knows what's happening. Yeah, got another contraction there. She's sitting and there's a puppy there, so they're coming thick and fast right now. Yeah, I said she had to move it along. I did. The fact is, I'll take them lying down, sitting down, upside down. Whichever way they're coming, as long as they're coming out, I'm happy.
Oh, there we go.
We've now got 5 puppies out, but when you look at Mum, she's starting to look pretty tired, and that worries me because she's still got a lot of work to do tonight. And if we start to lose her, then all those puppies still inside of her are in big trouble.
Let's wet her because she's still cooking. She's 41.4 now.
At Sash, Lisa is still desperately trying to cool down heatstroke victim Titch, but she has to be very careful.
Got to get her body temperature down, otherwise she can suffer brain damage and multi-organ failure. Andy, just make sure you keep her tongue nice and moist because she'll cool from there too.
Finally, Titch is showing some signs of improvement.
Yeah, we've got a really slight reduction in temperature. It's the first one we've seen. We're just going to wet her with some lukewarm water. We don't ever want to use iced water on her because it can drop their body temperature too quickly. It's about doing it gradually, monitoring it really closely and making sure that we're dropping it slowly but surely.
Distraught owners Janice and Lena are allowed in for just a few minutes to comfort her.
Oh, my baby.
I love Titch, but Mum and Titch, you can't even describe what they have. It's so strong. It's sort of like mother and daughter. I doubt she'll be getting any sleep tonight. She's okay, Mum. She's in best care.
You be a good girl.
Thank you.
It's okay. So we're not out of the woods yet, but her body temperature's come down. We'll call you if we have any problems. I think they were just so shocked by everything that's happening. It's all very overwhelming and it must have been a pretty scary thing to see.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you so much.
This is definitely one of the hardest kind of cases to deal with. It's when I want to be able to tell an owner that I'm going to get their pet better, but I can't.
Here we go.
Well done, girl. Man, that's a big one too.
Yeah.
At the Emu Plains Correctional Centre, Chris has been sent behind bars to help deliver the first assistance dog pups to be born in prison.
That's it. That is a big one.
It's now well after midnight and Brielle has just given birth to puppy number 10.
This one's trouble. straight away, you know. When they're born, it's almost like they're a member of the royal family. They can't hope to understand what lies ahead of them. They have this destiny. They'll grow into being assistance dogs, dogs with such an incredible purpose. Got anything more in there? Give us another push. It's obviously been a big ordeal for her to get 10 puppies out to this point, but I guess she has to muster all her reserve for one final effort to produce this last puppy. Right now, it's really hard to tell whether Brielle's work is done or whether my work is far from over.
Yeah, they're better out than in. I wouldn't know that personally, but that's what they tell me.
You got any more for us? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's the other one? Where's the other one gone?
X-rays had shown Brielle was expecting 11 puppies, but it looks like technology got it wrong.
She just looks like she is.
She looks like she's satisfied.
Inmate Jodie and Chris are now convinced the long labour is finally over for this patient mum.
So now I feel there and I just can't feel anything else. So I think that...
That's it.
That's it, yeah. 10's not bad.
Not done.
There comes a time in a young man's life where they ask you what you're going to be when you're older. And I can tell you. You're going to be an assistance dog, aren't you? I know you'd rather probably not be in here, but is this the best thing you've been involved in here?
Yeah, by far. They're just wonderful. This is just the start of something massive. They've got such an important role with people with disabilities. They're born to give the best to somebody that can't give the best to themselves. I would never have imagined being able to be a part of something like this.
I think they're in very good hands.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I would hope after everything I've seen tonight and how amazing Jodie's been that assistance dogs might look at her and go, you'd make a pretty good puppy raiser and she can have at least one of these puppies.
You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. You're such a good girl.
I can't describe the love I feel already for Brielle and these pups.
She's so overweight.
Titch is still in intensive care at SASH. Lisa is certain her obesity has contributed to this critical case of heat stroke.
Titch is morbidly overweight. She's 21 kilos. I mean, she should be between 13 to 15 kilos, and that combined with her really thick hair coat on a hot summer's day puts her at huge risk.
Removing Titch's fur will help her maintain a normal body temperature.
Hey, baby. We're just slowly waking her up. I don't want her to panic too much, and I just hope that she can breathe on her own without having difficulty. She's not looking great at the moment, is she? What we're going to do is put a little tube in her nose to give her some oxygen. The most important thing now is just to leave her alone, not stress her out too much, and just fingers crossed she doesn't have to be re-intubated. Another episode of stress and panic could be the difference between her making it through the night or not. Good girl, Titch.
Ever since Africa, I've just been itching for a chance to get up close to big cats again. So today, I'm on my way to Mogo Zoo to see a Sumatran tiger with a really painful problem.
After his night in prison, Chris has come to Mogo Zoo, 4 hours south of Sydney, for what promises to be another extreme encounter.
Hey Sal, how are you?
Hey Chris, how you going, hey?
It's good. Sally's called me in because she has a Sumatran tiger with a toothache. It's a problem that's not going to be easily fixed.
Come on down, Chris. Hey there, come on. The keepers were feeding her one evening and noticed that she was very tentative about chewing on a particular side and got her to open her mouth and there, bingo, fractured straight through.
Hey, can you open it up and say, ah? The problem with Soraya's tooth is that when it's cracked through, it's exposed the pulp of the tooth, but also the nerve. So any time anything touches that tooth, it'd be excruciating for Soraya. So what she needs is 2 words that send a shiver down anyone's spine: a root canal. I've done plenty of dentals on cats, but never on a really, really big cat with really, really big teeth. So it's going to be a really, really big challenge.
Back in Sydney, another extraordinary situation is unfolding. A Bondi vet camera crew is caught up in traffic chaos. A mother duck and her babies have taken a tragic wrong turn.
People are just stopping. Cars are stopped. There's people jumping out of their cars and just scrambling around the cars trying to catch these little ducklings.
In a panic, the mother duck flies off, abandoning her ducklings.
One right under your car here.
Now orphaned, it's imperative the chicks are caught and brought to safety.
Geez, one just went under a car. Oh, it's out the other side, I think.
Going out that side.
Geez, they're quick. This is crazy.
Right now. Thanks, officer.
The Good Samaritan couple are now taking 9 ducklings to the nearby Sash Hospital. Sadly, there has been one casualty.
No, one got run over.
Titchy. Hi, puppy girl. You ready?
At Sash, Titch has pulled through the night and survived her deadly case of heat stroke.
I know. Oh, it's not easy to walk around like this, is it?
But Lisa is concerned the overweight family pet could suffer a relapse if she doesn't go on an immediate diet.
Good girl. That's the way. In Titch's case, obesity is really threatening her life, and unfortunately in Australia we see obesity as probably one of the biggest health problems in our pets. I'm Lovey. It's our animals that don't have the willpower, they don't have that common sense to know that being overweight is bad for them. Come, Titch. Often it gets to the point where you see your animal every day, you don't actually realise how overweight they are. She's looking pretty sheepish. She's seen the numbers on the scale, she's got the motivation now. I'm expecting to see a big improvement.
No, not you today. Your teeth are perfect. Look at them. They are.
At the Mogo Zoo, it's time for Soraya's root canal surgery.
Lock her in.
The anxious mother has been separated from her cubs and now needs to be anaesthetised by the zoo's resident vet, Sam Young.
So she obviously knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sensing that.
When it comes to knocking them down and things like that, I always get very nervous. There is always risks associated with it. I don't like to think that, oh no, it might be the last time we see you.
Go out straight away, yep, so she's... Yep.
Now that we know the dart's actually hit her, it's gone in, it's injected the anaesthetic, we now have to stand back and just make sure she goes down, but also that she goes down deep enough that we can get in there. Ready?
Yep.
Tigers are like people in one way. They don't go to the dentist willingly, so we have to bring the dentist to Soraya, and that's what we've done today. A whole lot of equipment, a whole lot of expertise, a lot of challenges along the way, and I don't know, you've got to be nervous.
There's 9 birds. One of them was hit by the car. If you could just come up and have a look, please, that would be appreciated.
After a frantic rescue mission, Alicia and David have just arrived at Sash with the 9 orphan ducklings. One other chick died on the motorway.
Oh, I love animals, so it's hard. Definitely.
Hi, little guys. Look at you.
Lisa now needs to check over the babies for any serious injuries.
So remarkable that this couple stopped their car in the middle of a freeway, jumped out and tried to rescue these little ducklings. I mean, they could have endangered their own lives.
We couldn't have left them there. Like, wouldn't have forgive ourselves if we did.
I'm looking for signs of head trauma, feeling their limbs and seeing if they've got any breaks in their wings and their bones. I mean, if these ducks are so tiny and so fragile that if they came into contact with a tyre or a car or anything on that freeway, they would not have stood a chance. No, you did good. Look at them, 9 out of 10. And it's thanks to you. I think it's an amazing effort. Thank you so much. Come on, little guys.
Thank you.
We don't actually get ducks here very often, so I've raided the fridge and stolen someone's lettuce for their lunch. This is service. I don't even cook like this for myself. Chopped it up finely, soaked it in water, and that's what they're going to get until I can find some proper duck food. Oh, I love that. Oh, my God.
For Lisa, this unusual case is about to get a whole lot more complicated.
I've asked the nurses here if they can look after the ducks, but the hospital's full, we're busy. It's been told, Lisa, take them home, keep them warm and bring them back alive tomorrow. No pressure.
You look around the room and there are a lot of serious faces because if anything can go wrong, it's going to go wrong right now.
With Soraya now sedated and restrained, the extent of the Sumatran Tiger's tooth fracture is finally revealed.
So she's got crown fracture, so that's very, very painful, very sore.
Chris has invited Sash dental surgeon Nadine Fiani to perform the delicate operation.
Her canal is a spectacular 7 centimetres. That's huge.
There's 7 centimetres of tooth beneath that fracture.
Just below the fracture, yeah. Crazy stuff.
Amazing.
What we'll be doing is going inside the tooth itself with some files and basically scraping the inside out, getting all that nasty muck, the infection, all out of there.
All this black material you're seeing coming out is the infected part, so you can see that really the damage you see on the surface is nothing compared to what's actually brewing underneath, and what's brewing is quite a serious infection.
That's it. Much less black muck coming out now, so we're winning.
But Soraya has now been on the operating table for more than an hour. As every minute goes by, the risk to the Sumatran tiger is dramatically increasing.
She's breathing a bit more rapidly than lions and tigers normally do and a little bit more erratically than I would like. So I'm just keeping a very close eye on her.
Hello. Come on.
At Sash, 4-year-old Titch has survived a life-threatening case of heat stroke and is ready to be reunited with relieved owners Janice and Lena.
I'm so happy to see she's all right. You're going to go home. You're going to go home. Yes.
So we've done the weigh-in today.
Yeah.
22.2.
Yeah.
So we need to get her down to about 13.
Yeah.
So she's got about 9 kilos to go. That's like half her body weight.
I've got a big job, haven't I?
I measured out that if you are feeding her for the size she is now, that's probably how much she's been eating.
Well,
that's before.
And then this is after.
And that's...
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too
that's
bad.
for one day.
That's
all she can get. No treats, nothing else. Yeah, she likes it too.
She likes it fed to her. Yeah, that's... You know, I've got to keep her on a diet. She's got to lose some weight. Of course, I spoil her in other ways, you know, TLC and all that. Lisa, this is for you and your staff.
Thank you so much. That is so lovely.
I don't want anyone else, you know, for their dogs to go through that, because it is upsetting. So, lessons learnt.
All right. Off you go.
Thank you. Bye, Lisa. Bye. Bye.
so I'll keep an eye on the heart rate. I think she's a little bit deeper.
At Mogo Zoo, the surgical team is under pressure to complete Soraya's crucial root canal operation.
Time under anaesthesia is vital for these guys, so the shorter that we can keep her under, the better it is for her and the safer as well. What we want to do is make sure we get that right down to the bottom.
The purpose of this mixture here is to push in there and just like putty to fill in that gap. And that really gives the tooth strength but also prevents any infection from occurring from here.
But it's not just the staff at Mogo Zoo who are keeping a close eye on this delicate procedure. The other residents are too.
They're saying, Chris, what are you doing in there? Because they can see you from right up the top through there. They're watching everything you're doing.
Yeah, funny thing is, this is all going on outside and Nadine's not hearing a word of it. She's just in her own little dental world. It's actually going all right now, but you just have to remember you can't rush this sort of thing. Each step takes a certain amount of time and rush those steps and it just won't work out.
After 2 hours, Nadine is finally happy with the result.
You are home and dry. My job is done. It is a relief. I feel like everything went very well.
With the operation over, Chris has a small window of time to admire the formidable Soraya.
Just the size of her paws and the size of these nails here. Just her forearms and her triceps and her arms there. I mean, she's a small tiger, but you look at that. Bodybuilder would be happy with that sort of arm. It's amazing.
We're going on the freeway. At this time, you're going to be strapped in.
At Sash, Lisa's busy shift is over, but the real work is just about to begin. She's on her way home to play foster mum to 9 lucky ducklings.
You be good in the car, little duckies.
The chicks were rescued from a motorway after their mum had left them to fend for themselves.
Hello. Hi. Look what I've got. They're staying for the night.
What the?
In the bathroom. Hi.
It's a big surprise for Lisa's husband Brad and their 4-legged family, Nelson and Lucas.
Nice to the baby duck. Love him. The dogs got one look at the cage. I let them meet their new brothers and sisters, and then Nelson licked his lips, and that was it. You boys are staying here. Wait there, wait. Just wait. We'll come back to you in a second. I don't want to stress the ducks out too much, so the dogs have been banished, and they are not happy. He loves you. Just be fun. Oh my goodness, Brad. I don't know if Brad's cut out to be a father just yet. He's not coping very well.
How many of these are there?
He loves you. We've got 9 babies, Brad.
Lisa?
What?
They've gone under the thing.
Yeah, don't know if this is so good for the marriage. Brad, what are you doing? You're meant to be watching them.
Here they come.
No, not on the bed. Go to bed. Everyone to bed. Come on, kids. In you go. Bedtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bedtime. They'll be all right, Brad. Don't worry. They'll be okay.
Okay, so can we start moving? Chris, would you like
not a lot I can do
to
about
turn
it.
her up to 5?
You just get those out for you, though.
It was only when I looked around the group that I realised just how much of a team effort it was. Everyone did their job and did it well, and thankfully Soraya got through it.
Yep.
She's awesome.
Soraya's root canal operation has been a success, but now the big cat has to be moved back to her den.
Just move her back towards the table a bit.
No reflex.
Yep.
It's the nerve-wracking time because if she, in the process of waking up, starts to swallow her tongue, then you can't go in there and move it because she's awake enough to do something about you. It could all come unstuck right now.
Soraya. How many minutes has it been now?
10 to 15?
Yeah.
With Soraya still unconscious, the tension is rising among the Mogo Zoo team.
Even after we've done so much, you just can't celebrate until she is totally awake, sitting up and looking alive, because things can still go wrong right now.
Uriah.
Honestly, I'm really trying hard not to look at Sal's face, because she is just riding this emotional wave because it's one of her babies. There we go. Ah. Hey. Yeah. Me.
It's all right.
It's okay, girl. It's all right. Soraya's going to be a little bit sleepy for the next few hours, but slowly but surely all those little instincts of hers will kick back into action, and she'll be back with the cubs before she knows it. It's looking good, team.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Fantastic.
Thank you
Thanks
very
very
much.
much.
No worries,
Thank
Sam.
you.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Sam.
Great to have you involved.
And well done you, huh?
Thanks
Very
very
well.
much. Thank
Good
you.
But before Chris heads back to Bondi, there's one last member of the Mogo menagerie for him to treat.
Okay, so just before you go, I've just got somebody I'd really like you to meet. A little DeBraz's monkey who's diabetic that we've been managing very closely for the last few months. Good girl. So that's her insulin there, and I have to give it to her every day, so it would be fantastic today if you would like to give it to her, so I'm not the big meanie.
You've got to remember that monkeys are just like little people.
I feel like I'm being set up here.
And like us, they have their good days and they have their bad days. And being a DeBraz's monkey, Kamani is also known to be a bit of a biter. So when I bring out this insulin injection, it could become a very bad day for both of us. There we go.
Very good.
Not too sure about me now, are you? The secret to treating Kamani is food bribery. Works every time. How much can you handle?
She likes sweet potato.
You take that as well? Yep. About that? Yep. Cool.
With this species, we wouldn't normally be able to go in with them, but she's a very special individual. She even quite enjoys a bit of a pat as long as she's got some food in her mouth.
What? You always go looking for something better. You'll never be happy in your life if you always think there's something better. You like that?
Next day, as Chris heads home from Mogo Zoo, he's diverted by an SOS.
Timmy, hey, Obi.
Hey, g'day, mate.
Hey, Chris.
Tim and Obi from the Australian Reptile Park have another bizarre case for him to handle. They've called him out to an emu farm where one of the natives is in constant pain.
Well, we know it's been an ongoing problem and it flares up, but no one has been able to catch it.
I'm used to getting calls from Tim about all sorts of things. Today, it's an emu with a sore leg.
Dorothy has been limping for weeks and her owner Jenny is desperate for a solution.
Although she's tame, I can't catch her and hold her foot. So I emailed the boys because they've helped me before and just said, what do you think I should do? And they said, do you mind if we bring the Bondi vet? So I said, oh, that'd be great. It's not supposed to be like that, is it? That swollen bit underneath.
No, I mean, you can see around the base of the leg there, almost her ankle joint. It's so much thicker on that right side. It is bothering her.
To examine Dorothy, Chris will have to contend with her overbearing partner. Turns out Frisky Bruce may be the cause of her problem.
Bruce has been at it day and night.
Really? Is that why she's got a sore leg?
Well, I wonder. Never occurred to me. I have to tell children they're dancing.
What sort of dancing do you tell them they're doing?
Or when they say, oh, what are they doing?
Piggyback dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Piggyback dancing.
I've never seen that done. The idea is we remove the jealous partner out of the equation straight away, and hopefully Dorothy will be easier to handle.
So why don't you just go in and have a quick go yourself?
Brucey?
He's got no idea he's in trouble.
I mean, it's very hairy. I wouldn't do it myself.
What was that?
I can't run like that.
So I'm a little bit sad my little family's going. It was fun while it lasted, hey buddies?
Lisa's 9 orphans have made it through the night.
Hi.
Now she's reluctantly handing them over to the experts.
We're lucky we've got some babies in care at the moment with an adult.
Okay.
So we'll just add them to the brood. I think there'll be 19 babies with one adult.
You're cute. Oh, that's how you thank me. Hey?
Surrogate mums, they can't count. Another 9 ducklings, no problem. All right.
Good
Thanks
luck.
very much, Lisa.
Let me know what happens with them.
Absolutely, and we'll be in touch. Maybe when we release them.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. I'm actually looking forward to a good night's sleep tonight. Yeah. Good luck to him.
Come on, Bruce.
Back at the emu farm, Chris and Tim are trying to round up the jealous Bruce so they can examine his injured partner, Dorothy.
That's it. Come around. Bit quicker. Bit quicker. He's going to go. OK, we'll start. Hold up, hold up. Yep. Yep. Under. One arm on. That's it. Watch your feet. Got him?
Got him. Yep. You're right, big
Right.
guy?
I'll get the gate.
Yeah, heavy, mate.
Gate shut. Oh. Oh. That's one way to let him go, Chris.
That's the best look, though.
That was well done, mate.
Now, the team need to pin down Dorothy.
OK, that's it. Nice and slow.
Owner Jenny is worried about both her emu and what injuries she might inflict on the boys.
Watch those feet.
It's all right.
Yep. Just grab on there, Chris. One under the butt. That's it. Up. Oh. Right, bit of weight on. Whoa, weight on. That's it. Oh.
You got it?
Yep.
They're very strong, and when those legs kick, you know, they could really do you some damage.
Still find out where the swelling is. There's just too much fluid here for this to be normal.
Very sore there, so that's when she's struggling each time.
Dorothy is now restrained, and Chris is finally able to examine her injured foot. But she is still stressed.
Just looking for any cuts or puncture wounds that could have meant that some bacteria have got into this joint here. That was close. So we've either got arthritis there or we've got an infection.
I reckon we've got 2 minutes, mate.
Yep. I think most likely what it is, given her age, that she's actually strained that joint and brought on a bit of arthritis, and that's why we've got that swelling and why it gets better, then it gets worse again. She just keeps on re-injuring it.
Almost done, girl. Almost done. Almost done.
So the plan is to give her some anti-inflammatories. Oh. And also give her some antibiotics just to prevent any bacteria being sucked into that area because of all the inflammation in that joint. OK, we're good. Well done.
OK, you want to let it go?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Poor darling. It's all right, sweetie. It'll get better.
If the injections will, you know, relieve her of the pain, and if it is bacteria and we can get rid of it, it'd be fantastic. I mean, if it's early onset arthritis, then, well, her and me both.
It is pretty important we get that foot right for Dorothy. It's obviously very uncomfortable, but on this farm, she's got someone very special that likes to spend special time with her. Bruce, we've got some good news. Your dancing partner's going to be OK.
Only 1 hour later, and the old bird's already starting to show signs of renewed friskiness.
Oh.
Here she is.
In fact, she's come to see you, Bruce. You might be in trouble, buddy.
Good job.
I can't wait for you to see them, Lisa.
Yeah.
They've grown so much.
Can't wait to see them as well. And wow, what a spot for their new home, huh?
Lisa has caught up with Neil from the rescue group Wires to say goodbye to the babies she took in 8 weeks ago.
Brad, what are you doing? You're meant to be watching them.
Here they come.
Lisa developed a special bond with the 9 ducklings when she and husband Brad babysat them for a night.
Anna.
Well, they're ready to go. I've definitely stirred the pot here. I've been thinking about these little guys for the last few months, wondering how they're doing, and I'm so excited to see how big they've grown and to hopefully set them free in the water where they belong. Here we go! Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Come on, little one.
Dr. Chris, how are you?
Good. How have they been going?
Oh, great. They've just grown so much.
Chris is back at the Emu Plains Correctional Centre to visit Jody and the 10 assistance dog puppies he helped deliver.
Have we got enough? Typical prison officer, always counting.
They're just bliss. Look at these animals. They are gorgeous. This is our biggest dog, Rambo.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
Look at you.
And this is our littlest terror. This is little Ronnie.
Why is he called Ronnie?
Well, we named him after the Commissioner of Corrective Services. He wanted the first boy, and this is him. But he's a lovely boy. Oh, he's kissing me. He loves me.
It's a nice thing to come in and see the impact that it has with people that are working with them and also the inmates. It's life-changing for them.
It brings out a good side. It brings out a caring side and loving side. And I guess here you don't really get to show that.
She's a very good girl.
You're a good boy. Being able to give your love to these animals gives you back your love.
Within weeks, the puppies will be leaving to start their training. It's still hoped Jody will be able to raise one of them here.
They're going to make a big contribution, and Jody's been a big part of that.
Be a sad day when they go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen for more great content. And for free, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, you can sign up to bondipet.com, and you can do so via the link in the description.